Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us wherever you are joining the program from. We welcome you to this very program and share on your platform. Like and share to family and friends. Like and share to anyone that is close to you. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Thank you for connecting to the program. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Like and share the program. Share on your platform. Share to family and friends. Share to anyone that you can be able to reach. We've come once again to do what we know how to do best. Happy weekend, happy weekend, happy weekend, happy weekend to all of your friends. Happy weekend to lovers of freedom across the world. Happy weekend to everyone that is watching wherever you're watching us from. Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for connecting. Please like and share. As you join us this morning, like and share. Happy weekend, happy weekend, happy weekend, happy weekend.
Promise not to come to pass that heaven and earth will cease to exist. You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. Oh Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children, the Ephics and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them So we are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy. Because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All these we pray, all these we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. I had in Sosine He said,
welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for joining us wherever you are joining from. If you are joining us from Biafra land, my special thanks goes to you as usual. If you are joining us from any part of the world, you are joining us from Europe, from America, from Australia, from Canada, from New Zealand, you are joining us from Russia, from China, whichever part of the world you are joining us from, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greeting according to your time zone. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please kindly do subscribe to this channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time we come online. You will be among the first to receive the information. As you join us, please, I will urge you to please click like and share. When you like and share, you are equally doing the same job that I'm doing. Every one of us in the media here, we are spreading this gospel of Biafra. We are engaging in the radical evangelism, which our Prime Minister have told us a long time ago that we must all engage in. That is what we are doing. So as you like and share this program, you are actually doing your own part. Every platform that you are, every WhatsApp group, share to your friends and family. Make sure you invite at least one person to this program through your platform. So you all know what we do in this very platform, that in this platform, we don't come here to instigate violence. We don't come here to attack people. We do not come here to lie. We do not come here to preach any propaganda or blackmail. What we do here is to encourage Biafrans, and that we will continue to do. Encouraging Biafran is our responsibility, and that we will continue to do until Biafra comes. And even after Biafra have come, we will continue to encourage each other and continue to stand strong until we get to our destination. So I appreciate every single one of you that is watching out there, wherever you are watching this program from. I appreciate you and I welcome you. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for your cooperation. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for making this very program a memorable one. I appreciate you. And once again, I have to remind you that there is the link. Use that link is for you. It is for everybody that is watching this program, whether you are a Biafran or you're not a Biafran, as long as you are a lover of freedom and you are in this program. Use that link. If you are a Biafran, use that link. In that link to bring you into this program live, and you can speak to the whole world. If you have a complaint to lay, you can lay your complaint. If you have a word to pass to the Biafra Republic government in exile, you can pass it there. If you have a word for our Prime Minister, you can pass it here. If you have any contribution, whatever to make, you can make the contribution here. Have any suggestion, you can make your suggestion. You have any word of thanks for the Biafran people, you can equally push it forward here. So that very link you saw there is the link for everybody, and we can only attend one person at a time. It doesn't take more than one person. Only one person. You come in, you spend your 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and the next person comes in. You have the right to come in. You must not agree with everything I say. It is not compulsory that you must do this. My own line of argument. You have the right to hold your own line of argument. All you have to do is that whatever you are saying on this platform, make sure that you are civil. Make sure you are civil. As long as you're civil, we are going to deal with all the issues and we're we're going to get to our destination. So I appreciate everyone who has connected. Thank you so much for joining. And those who are going to join us later, if there's somebody you know that is supposed to hear us that is not here, please send the link to him or her to join. Share the broadcast so that we can get to hear as many people as possible. And as we all do, we will make a headway. You know what we do on this program. It is an interactive section. This platform is for the Biafran people, for freedom fighters across the world. It welcomes everybody. It is a platform for every one of us. Owned. If you're a Biafran, this is your platform. The platform is standing for Biafra, the Republic Government in Exile, under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Samuel, and the Supreme Command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is where we stand. And nothing can change that. We will continue to be there until we walk into our freedom very, very soon. And nothing is going to stop it. Nothing is going to stop it. So I wish you all a very happy, and I appreciate you all as you have willingly decided to spend your weekend with me. It's not easy. Some people will be doing one or two things today in their weekend. Some are waking up, some are just waking up and they have to get their exercise. Some are doing one or two things together, but you have chosen to be with me here. I appreciate you so much. So I welcome my beloved sister, Linda TV Show. You're always here with me at all time, even in your busy schedules, you are here supporting. I appreciate you, my beloved sister, Linda TV Show. Emenike Chibo, thank you so much, Emenike Chibo. I appreciate you, Emenike. Thank you for joining the program. Thank you so much, Emenike. Thank you once again. My beloved brother, George Money. George Money is always here. It's just like I'm hosting program with George Money. Most of the time, he clicks the link and he comes and make contribution. So I appreciate everyone that have joined. Those who are going to join later, I welcome you all, and I say, may Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect every one of you. Today, we are going to speak about a very important topic, and we're going to say certain things that are necessary in the line of encouragement also. So we have seen a lot of things, and you see the topic I chose as another bombshell. They are panicking. Actually, that is the one. They are panicking. Yes, they are panicking. And when you see the panic, you can the panic is very, very visible that they can't even hold they cannot hold their shame and their ignorance anymore. They are panicking. Because of the progress that the Biafrans are making today, they are panicking. They can't even hold their panic anymore. They can't hold their panic. You can see the panic in their voice, in their thought, in their conventional media, the way they do things and the way they respond to what we do. You will see the panic written all over them. But whether they panic or not, it is not going to make us stop doing what we are doing. It will make us go stronger. The more they panic, the more we get stronger on our own side, and the more we make things happen. So we cannot step down from what we are doing. Neither are we going to try to change the dimension where we are doing simply because they are panic. We will not. We will continue to stand strong and stand firm, and we will continue to make a difference. It doesn't matter what they say, it doesn't matter what they do. We will continue to fight on to get to our destination. Sonny, I welcome you. Sonny, you're welcome. Thank you for joining, Sonny. I appreciate you. Thank you. They have run short of distraction. They have run short of words. That is why today they have gone under panic. Anytime they make a move to bring us down, they end up raising us up. Anytime they make a move to distract us, they end up showing us the way. That is what is happening in this very struggle. And I bet you that in this very struggle, if not for the fact that Chukwu Okike have made the way it is, we would have not made the progress we have made today. Tremendous progress have been made. Tremendous progress have been made. And those progress, because we are standing on the right path. Those progress were made because the mandate is the mandate of Okike, and we are the ones to carry that mandate and make sure it becomes a reality. And we are doing exactly that. Every one of us that is watching this program today, I want you to look back and think of where we are coming from. Think of everything that had happened from the moment Mazen Nanikan was kidnapped. I just want you to take from there. I do not want us to go all the way from the. Let us now what have transpired from the moment Mazen Nandekano was kidnapped from our midst and taken away from us. You can see that a lot has happened. If you are still standing today talking about Biafra, if you are still standing today confessing Biafra, it means you know what you are doing. It means you are genuine. It means you're sincere. It means you truly want freedom. Because at a point in time, everybody lost their faith and lost their hope. At a point in time, people began to think otherwise. You're welcome, Tochukwu. Thank you for joining, Tochukwu. I appreciate you. So at a time, many people surrendered, many people gave up. But some of us did not give up. Even when there were so many reasons for us to give up. Even when there were so many reasons for us to surrender, but we did not. We stood our ground and continued to do what we are supposed to do. We stood our ground with hope and faith, believing that it's going to be good. And what are you seeing today? Today, of names. They called us different kinds of names, different kinds of attack was thrown to us simply because we were asking for our freedom. They called us names. They called us terrorists. They called us tribal bigots. They called us criminals and they called us fraudsters. There's no title they didn't give us. But that did not make us to chicken out. When they intensify the attack, that is when we begin to grow stronger. When it became so much, when they thought they were going to pull down our prime minister, I told them that I will be the last man to leave IPOB for you. And when he said that word, some of them thought he was joking. Our prime minister said at a point in time that I will be the last person for you. Instead of me to leave IPOB, you will be the one to leave IPOB. And he said he's going to chase every evil man or woman in IPOB. He's going to chase them away. Bluff. Today, are they not gone? Today, they are gone and gone for good. They began to peddle lies. They called him an agent of the zoo. Somebody you called an agent of the zoo. Today, the zoo is running helter-skelter because of him. They called him different kinds of names to demonize him. But the more they call him, the more answers come. The more vindications comes for him. Most of the time, he's being vindicated by the same people who are attacking him. Sometimes Chukwu Okebe will use the same people that are victimizing him to vindicate him. And for us to get this far, it wasn't an easy journey. In all the trials and temptations, there was never any day he surrendered. And today, look at how far we have gone. At a stage, they tried to push us against to the same Mazen Nandekano versus Simon Ekpa. IPOB. They begin to preach as if there were something like that, something that never existed. They just create a narrative. At every point in time, they create a narrative and they push it. They created a narrative. They told you does IPOB have a faction, IPOB 1 and IPOB 2. There is nothing like IPOB 1 IPOB. The IPOB of Mazen Nandekano is one original IPOB. And it was that one original IPOB that Mazi Simon Ekpa was in charge of and has been in charge of it up to today. Mazi Simon Ekpa took over IPOB and drove away every criminal in IPOB. And he did not stay on that level. He now elevated IPOB to a government. Today, here are we, speaking as a government. The IPOB we know today is the government, Biafra Republic government in exile. Today, we can engage countries, we can engage ministers, we can engage people that matters across the world. We can make our voice heard. We can discuss our plight. It is no longer like in those days when we speak as an organization, when you say you are talking what is known. This time around, people seek for the attention of the IPOB. People reach out for, countries are reaching out, organizations are reaching out, people are calling. You know, there was a time when we were looking for media attention, but this time around, the media is paying full attention to our Prime Minister. And I'm telling you that in no distance time, the international media will begin to seek attention. They are already seeking his attention. But in time to come, it is going to intensify. It's going to intensify. Simply because he is standing on the truth. As whatever you are doing on the planet Earth, as truthful, and you're standing on the truth, fear not. Chukwu Okike will stand by you. When your ways pleases Chukwu Okike, he will make even your enemy to be at peace with you. To make people to fight your battle, even when you're not there to fight. And that is what we are experiencing in this very struggle today. Master Simon Ekpa have made tremendous effort and tremendous gain because he is sincere and faithful. And just yesterday, for some of you who are following Master Simon Ekpa on Twitter, if you are following him on Twitter, just yesterday he tweeted, he got a message from our supreme leader, Master Nnamdi Kanu. Our supreme leader, Master Nnamdi Kanu, reached out to our prime minister. And do you know what the message was? They are telling him they are mounting pressure on Nnamdi Kanu to tell our prime minister to calm down. Ibanda 30, thank you for joining. Ibanda 30, thank you so much for joining. They are mounting pressure on Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, begging him and telling Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to talk to Mazen Simon Ekpa to slow down. They told him to tell Mazen Simon Ekpa, control Mazen Simon Ekpa, and tell Mazen Simon Ekpa to stop doing what he's doing. And Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, that I know, responded to them, I will not. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu told him he will not do so. They told him to speak to Mazen Simon Ekpa and calm him down. And he told them expressly that he will not do so. You see, that is why when we tell you to obey the instructions of Master Simon Ekpa, it is not because it is Master Simon Ekpa, because he's handsome, or because he's living in Finland, or because he's rich, or because of it is because he is following the truth. That is why every one of us is supporting him. When Master Simon Ekpa identified himself as the disciple of Master Nnamdi Kanu, it wasn't for fun. It wasn't for entertainment. It wasn't to make anybody happy or angry. No. It was a fact. Master Simon Ekpa remains the disciple of Master Nnamdi Kanu, and he is building on that discipleship. You can see that discipleship in his attitude, the way he responds to things, the way he acts, the way he takes action, the way he responds to every single thing that happens. You will see that sign of discipleship in him. Whatever he is doing today is what Master Nnamdi Kanu would have done if he's with us. Even more. Everything that Master Simon Ekpa stands for today are what Master Nnamdi Kanu stands for. Sometimes when he speaks, you will see Master Nnamdi Kanu in him. If you ask him, I want you to forget every bad mind or dislike you have on Master Simon Ekpa. Whatever hatred you have on him, keep it aside. Whenever you see Master Simon Ekpa or hear him broadcast, I want you to pay attention to him. Pay close attention to him. Focus on him. And I bet you will see Master Nnamdi Kanu in him. If you pay attention, sometimes you will forget that he's the one speaking. You will think that it's Master Nnamdi Kanu talking. That is how connected they are. That is how close they are. That is how close and connected. When he identified himself as son of man, it is not to make you happy. It is not to be proud. It is not to showcase anything, but it is a fact. Their connection is beyond the physical. That is why he is representing Mazen Nnamdi Kanu on all angles, in all areas. That is why They are scared. That is why they were not able to break down the legacy of Mazen Nandekan. All those saboteurs, they tried as much as they can. They came together, made their plan, orchestrated so many evil plans to make sure that they put an end to all the suffering and the effort that Mazen Nandekan have put in place. But I have it. They didn't know that Mazen Nandekan already transferred anointing to his disciple. He has transferred that anointing to Mazen Simon Ekpa. And today, whatever you are doing is just like pouring water on the stone. The legacy of Mazen Nandekan stands strong and stand firm. And in the course of this journey, every one of us has a responsibility. As you sometimes, when you hear Mazen Nandekan speak, send information, it is a signal to you. It is a signal to me. That is why Mazen Simon Ekpa always post all those up. Out. And those of them who are still waiting for Mazen Nandekan to come out from the and begin to work, those informations are for you. To let you know that the supreme leader of IPOB, Mazen Nandekan, who is our leader, remains who he is. He is aware of every single thing we are doing. He is in charge of this organization. As Simon Ekpa is grounded, connected to the authority, inside out, both spiritual and physical. And everything you see him do, they are what Mazen Nandekan want him to do. You're welcome, Benjamin Chikodi. Thank you so much for joining, Benjamin. I appreciate you. So please, as you join this platform, like and share the program. Click like and share the program. And also make use of that link you see there. There's a link I put forward there. Click that link. If you click that link, you can come in and express yourself, make your own points, make your own views, speak to Biafrans, encourage them, lay your complaints and ask your questions. We have come a long way, and our enemies are panicking. The enemies of Biafra, they are panicking everywhere. They know that our freedom is sure, that they can't stop our freedom. They know that we've come a long way. They know that they cannot be able to stop our freedom. But for the fact that we know what every one of us should stand firm and not allow anybody to distract you. Do not allow anybody to distract you, no matter where they go, no matter what they say, no matter the angle, no matter whatever happens. Don't allow anybody anywhere to distract you. Because this assignment that we have taken up is assignment that belongs to every one of us as dear friends. Though some of us might not like to key in for one reason or the other. Though some of us have their own reservation why they are not joining the struggle. Do not let that discourage you. Those of us that have made up our mind to speak and to make sure that Biafra becomes a reality, continue to do so. Continue to do. Don't look at any side. Don't look. As long as you have that opportunity to speak up for Biafra, as long as you have that opportunity to sponsor, as long as you have that opportunity to contribute in one way or the other, please continue to make your contribution. Regardless what you see, challenges will come. There will be challenges. Sometimes you will see certain challenges that will make you see, why are you fighting for these people? After all, they are ungrateful. Sometimes you're going to meet people who are ungrateful in the course of this journey. Sometimes you're going to meet Greek wall in the course of this journey. You are going meet temptations. You are going to meet obstacles. But you must stand strong. There is a reason why you are one of the chosen ones. Many are called, but few are chosen. Only Chukwukamea know why he chose you to be part of those who speaks out for Biafra, part of those who sponsor the coming of Biafra, part of those whose name will be written in history. It is not for it is not your by your power, by your strength, by your wisdom, or by your knowledge. No, you're not the wisest person. It is not because you're the wisest that is why you are part of this struggle. No, it is not because you are smartest. It's not because you are the richest. It is only grace that made you to be part of it. And I pray that that grace that made you part of it will strengthen you. No matter the challenges you see, that grace will make you to stand strong until we get to our destination. And to our destination, we must get to. A lot is happening, and a lot continue to happen. But I bet you, by the special grace of Chukwu, very soon, everything you are saying is going to be history. You will look back and remember and say, there was a time. That is how life is. You are going to look back one day and you say, there was a time when I was in Nigeria. There was a time when we were protesting. There was a time when we were seeking for freedom. You are going to say that very, very soon. We will tell the stories. Then we will tell the stories and we'll be smiling about it. It is a very difficult task, a rough road, but for the fact that we are born in this generation at this time, and if we didn't achieve anything, let this be the achievement that we have. The contribution we are making today to see that Biafra come is an achievement. Wherever you are watching us from. And I want you to know that today being weekend, Saturday, and tomorrow Sunday is a free day. There's no curfew today. No curfew today in Biafra land. No curfew tomorrow. Today you're free to go about your businesses, enjoy your weekend. The same thing tomorrow, Sunday, you are free to go about your businesses, enjoy your weekend. But on Monday, you sit at home, commences on Monday, with a total lockdown and a curfew. On Monday is a full package. The curfew goes on Monday, and they sit at home. So on Monday, prepare for that. For those who have not yet joined, you better wake up. You better wake up. Don't use yourself. Don't gamble with your life. Do not gamble with your life. You have seen one of our commanders came out and won. Most of you have seen the video of one of our commanders that came out and won people. That is one of those things they do. You know, they push propaganda. They say that that our Liberation Army and the ESN, they kidnap people, they do this, they do that. And we'll be saying that the original ESN, except it's not ESN, we have a code of conduct. The Eastern Security Network have a code of conduct. The Biafra Liberation Army have a code of conduct. They do not go after innocent people. They don't kidnap. Neither do they collect ransom. They don't. And you have seen it. One of the men, a Biafran who is working with the Zululand Republic, either in their road safety or whatever, who was captured by one. And the commander spared him and gave him the last warning. And why he was lucky to be spared is because he didn't have any arm with him. He did not have any arm with him. He was spared. And he was warned that next time he might not be that lucky. Next time he might not be that lucky. No ransom was collected from him. No ransom was collected from him. The same way he was captured He was released. And I believe he have learned his lesson. For a very long time, we have been announcing and telling people, if you are a Biafran and you are serving in the zoo, tender your resignation. Tender your resignation. If you cannot resign, run away. You might not be as lucky as that guy. He's a real safety. He doesn't mean harm. What about you that is serving in the military? You are serving in the police. You are serving in all their force and you're bearing arm in Biafra land. You are exposing your life to danger. As far as the Biafra Liberation Army concerned, the only people that have the right to bear arm and go scot-free in Biafra land is the Biafra Liberation Army because they are in charge. Only the Biafra Liberation Army has the right to bear arms in Biafra land. The Biafra Liberation Army, the ESN, every other outfit, if you for it, the warning has been given clearly. You had a commander. A commander was speaking from the front line. This one is not like our prime minister telling you. We had a commander speaking from the front line that we cannot spare. They will not spare anybody bearing arm in Biafra land. The warning has been given several times that if you are a Biafran and you are in Nigerian force, no matter the force that it is, tender your resignation. You don't want to listen. Tender your resignation. You don't want to listen. What? You might not be as lucky as that guy. Yes, you might be as lucky as him. Because the process have already begun. And there is nothing anybody can do about it. The process has begun. The delegitimization of Nigeria in Biafra land, it has started. It is on top gear. Announcements of resignation have made several times. So if you are a Biafran, it don't matter your language, it doesn't matter your religion, and you are still serving in the zoo, well, you are just declaring yourself enemy to the Biafrans. And again, you are using federal government number in Biafra land, wherever you settle, and you're using federal government number. You're on your own. You are on your own. What happens to you, you have to face it. So these are incidences, things you have to be careful with. Instruction have to be passed again and again and again and again and again and again and again. And I bet you, even when you yourself ignore the instruction, the zoo is panicking. The Zoological Republic is panicking. They are panicking seriously. You can see the panic in their news. You can see the panic in their media. You can panic all over them, written all over them. The Supreme Court governor in Imo State, you see his condition. You see his condition. He's fully muzzled. He has fallen sick again. And in a short while, he's not going to survive it. The Supreme Court governor in Imo State, you saw him showcasing muzzle, talking rubbish from all sides of his mouth, trying to compare 2023 and 1967. I saw a video where he was comparing 2023 and 1967. He is telling us that what our grandparents could not do in 1967, that we cannot do it now. Madness. And these are the kind of people you call sensible people. Somebody who claimed to be intelligent came to tell you that what your parents did not do, that you can't do it. himself and other people financed him, and they couldn't succeed. How can we succeed now? So that is why they all silent. 2023 is not 1967. In 1967, there was no means to raise funds. In 1967, there was no means to raise funds the way we have means now to raise funds. In 1967, there was no way you can be able to reach the whole world to participate in fundraising like we do. It's a little different. Things are more done easier now than 1967. Hyacinth Gabon, thank you for joining. Hyacinth, you're welcome. Things are done very, very easier now than in 1967. But how can you imagine somebody who called himself an intelligent person telling you that what your parents could not do in 1967, that you can't do it in 2023? Is that not madness? These are a bunch of people who have nothing in their brain. They don't improve. So he's trying to tell us we had not had. That is what Hope Uzodinma is. Means Hope Uzodinma is telling me that he cannot be smarter than his own father, and he cannot be richer than his own father. Neither will he have more wisdom than his father. And when he speaks in that form, I begin to think the kind of parents he has, the kind of family he came from. This is 2023, and we do a great lot. We do a whole lot. In 2023, we can do a whole lot. There are so many things that were not possible in 1967. But today, they are very much possible. In 1967, they were able to block us on media. We didn't have any media. People were not hearing our voice. People didn't even know what was happening in Biafra land. But in 2023, those of us living outside Biafra land, we know things happen. We get information faster than people who are within that very area. Those of us staying outside Nigeria, we get information faster than people who are in Nigeria. That sometimes you call people in Nigeria to know what is happening in Nigeria, they will tell they don't know about it. They have to go and inquire before they know. So many things that happen. Informations come over here before they even wake up to know what is happening. And some our parents not do that we cannot be able to do it. That is utter nonsense and madness. And these are the bunch of clowns who call themselves leaders in Biafra land. These are the people who are holding us down to make sure we do not make a move. These are the people who are doing everything possible to push us behind. They will never succeed. No matter how they try to pull us down, no matter how they try to push us backward, no matter how they try to hinder us, they will never ever succeed. Biafra has already come. We are only waiting for time for it to be pronounced. The coming of Biafra, no man can stop. It is a man, I say it's mandate of Chukwugabe. You cannot fight your chi. You cannot engage God in a battle. You can't. You dare not. So, my fellow Biafrans, whatever you have to do today, keep on doing it. Whatever you have been doing, step it up. Today, we are going to have fundraising. ESN fundraising is going to. And I bet you, if we must succeed, fund is really needed. Funding, very, very important. Anybody that is watching me on this program, funding, very, very important. You cannot defend Biafra land effectively without fund. Cannot. You cannot achieve, you will achieve little or nothing without fund. You can't. Funding is very important. That is why today, in the ESM fundraising, you must be there. You must be there to make your contribution. It is very, very important. It is much more important now than ever. Every one of us must continue to make contributions to raise funds for us to be able to sustain this progress that we have made. We have already made tremendous progress. We have made a lot of success, and we must sustain this success. We must have to sustain it. We must sustain this success, hold on to it and hold it strong. If we don't, devastating. So wherever you are watching this program from, I urge you in the name of Chukwubuka to kindly sit up. Sit up. Face reality. Sit up and do what you're supposed to do. Do not allow anything to distract you. Do not allow anything to make you to begin to think the other way around. Do not. Wherever you are watching this program from, I urge you to please look inward and begin to ask yourself, to be my contribution to the freedom of God. Ask yourself, what am I going to contribute to the freedom of God? If there is something that is still confusing you, if there is something that you're still weighing your mind, if there is doubt you still have, click the link. There is a link there. There is a link. Click that link. Come, let us discuss doubt you have it in your mind. If there is a question that is bothering you, click that link. Let's talk about it. If there are suggestions you want to make, click that link. Come in. And please share this broadcast. Share this broadcast. Like and share. People are not liking. Click like. Click like wherever you're watching from. When you click like on the program and you share, it will trigger the algorithm to invite more people to join us. So please kindly click like and share the program so that more people will get it. The assignment we have chosen, we must take it to an end. We can't stop it halfway. We cannot stop it halfway. Never. We cannot. We have made tremendous progress, but we must have to sustain that very progress. How are we going to sustain that progress? We will sustain it financially. That is why whatever contribution you have been making before, double it. Double your effort. Double your effort. Already we can see light at the end of the tunnel. Already we are making tremendous progress. But in that process of making progress, your attention is highly needed. Your support is highly needed. If we must succeed, there are so many things you have to do. And I tell you, if you do your part, I do my part, the journey will be very easy for every one of us. If you do your part, I do my part, the journey will be very easy. But if everybody relaxes and feel that it has to be something that falls on the shoulder of our prime minister alone, you leave everything on our prime minister, he will do this and do that. No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. We are his strength. We are the pillars that will hold him up. If you want our prime minister to succeed, you must sit up. It is not enough to come and shower praises on him. He's doing well. It is not enough to shower praises on Mazen Nandekano. It is not enough to shower praises on Biafran programmers. You must give your financial support too. That is the only way we can sustain the progress that we have made so far. There's no doubt we have made progress. No doubt. Nobody's doubting that anymore. If there were people who had doubt in the past, as it stands today, nobody has any doubt about the progress we have made, and we will continue to make more progress on daily basis. As long as we continue to play our own parts, more progress we will make. You'll be hearing good news on daily basis. And it is this effort we're making that is what is keeping Mazen Nandekano alive and strong. Mazen Nandekano is getting the detail of everything you are doing. His life is in your hand. You that is watching me, the life of our Supreme Mazen Nandekano is in your hand. That is why we come online to encourage people and urge people to continue to do what they are doing. His life is in your hand, because when he hears good news outside, when he hears the news that his people has not looked back, when he hears his book that his followers are standing strong, when he hears the news that the people he left behind are still waxing strong, even stronger than ever, he feels very happy. He feels proud of himself. That is why I told you that they are panicking. They panic up to the extent could you imagine going to Mazen Nankano to beg him to talk to Mazen Simon Ekpa? The Zoological Republic sent agents to go and meet Mazen Nankano to call Mazen Simon Ekpa to order. Do you know what that means? Before they will begin to come to that level of asking Mazen Nankano to call Mazen Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister, to order, they know very well that something is happening. And that word alone will give Mazen Nandekano a whole lot of courage. That will show Mazen Nandekano that he has some people outside. He has disciples. That will make Mazen Nandekano to know that the Biafrans are standing beside him. He will be very proud. I could imagine how his face would be when they will meet him and tell him to call Mazen Samanekwa to order. I could imagine the kind of joy that will come in him. And he told them, I will not. I will not. And you see, if they do not release Mazen Nandekano, they are going to see Nketoro Biati. They haven't seen nothing yet. They haven't not seen nothing yet. Watch our Prime Minister talked about this weekend. Let's see what is going to happen this weekend. Let's see what is going to play out this weekend. And with that, we enter into the Monday sit at home. And then next week, we have taken 1 week already on the curfew. The curfew 1 week has done already. Next week, it is not going to be business as usual. You see, most of the time, people don't take us serious. Like when we conducted the 1 week sit at home, that was the same thing. On the start of it, it was like it will happen, it will not happen. At a stage, people, they didn't mind, they were doing whatever they like, until when they saw action and they began to run helter-skelter. Until when the same people who sent them out began to use them for propaganda, they now realize that they have to sit at home. Another warning has been given. Stay in your home from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. Stay in your home from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. If you are working in any secretariat, do not present yourself in any secretariat. Throughout this sit at home, don't open any secretariat. Throughout this sit at home, every secretariat have to be under lock and key. It's left for you. Either you want to listen, if you don't like, it's up to you. Time shall tell. Since you have decided to use yourself as a gamble, it's up to you. Our own duty is to tell you what will happen when it has not happened. Our own duty is to call you to order. But it is your own choice to take decisions on what to do. You can only take the horse to the river, but you can't force the horse to drink the water. And that is how it is. As long as I have life, as long as I have breath, I will do my own part. In this restoration of Biafra, decimating information at all times, sensitizing Biafran people, breaking down words so that they can understand better. That is what I do and I will continue to do. To encourage Biafrans far and wide. I will continue to do that by the special grace of Chukwu Kabiama as long as I have life. And I believe that Chukwu Kabiama, who sees in secret and in the open, knows those who are doing things they are doing from the bottom of their heart. Chukwu Kabiama knows those who are sincere in this struggle. Because a lot of people have confessed Biafra for a long time. Confessed Mazen Nandekano as a good man. But at the end of the day, what they are doing is the opposite. That is why I tell you, it is not enough to believe people because you saw them playing the prayer of Mazen Nandekano. It is not enough to believe people because you saw them playing the message of Mazen Nandekano. It is not enough to believe someone because you see them shouting IPOB. It is not enough because you see people praising Mazen Simon Ekpa. It is not enough to see you praise Biafra program in Israel. It is much more than that. We have to look beyond that before you could be able to trust anything. You see, the Bible says, test every spirit. That is the instruction in the Bible. It said, test every spirit. And in this very struggle that we're in, we have to test everything. Before you believe anybody, before you trust anyone, before you begin to go into dialogue with anyone, you must test that very person, who he or she is. Because there are many sheep, there are many wolves in sheepskin. There are many, many wolves in sheepskin. And if you're not careful, you can't identify them. You can only identify those wolves if you are careful and you're watching closely from your inner mind. Let your heart be pure. If you have a clean and pure heart, I bet you your problem will be reduced. Even though you will have enemies, they will engage you, but Chukwu Okike Abiyama will fight your battle for you. The only thing that it takes for you to survive is clean heart. Make sure you don't plan evil against someone. Make sure you don't plan evil against your brother. Make sure you don't speak against the innocent. If you don't, everything that you seek for, you are going to find. But if you are fighting against the innocent, you are lying against someone, or you are standing against that which is wrong, it doesn't matter how strong you think you are. It doesn't matter where you lay your life. It doesn't matter who is supporting you or who is backing you up. You are going to fail. You are going to fail. Because onye buru chi ụzọ ọgbagbuo onwe ya n'ọsọ. The only way you can leave your chi to be in the front is by being truthful. The only way you can allow your chi to lead is by being sincere. The only way you can allow Chukwu Okike Abiyama to be the leader of your life and secure you is by you keeping your hands clean. Do not go against the innocent. Do not speak lie against people. When you hear a word, verify properly. Because for every single thing we do on the planet Earth, there will be consequence for it. There will be consequence for every action we take in this planet Earth. You and I, everything we do, there will be consequence of our actions. And when the consequence comes, it is not going to ask you if you were convinced by someone else, if you were misled. It's not going to ask you. When the consequence of your actions come, you are going to take full responsibility. That is why I tell people, don't do things because your parents did. Don't do things because your brother is doing. Don't do things because your friend is doing. Don't do things because you want to entertain people or entertain yourself. No. Do things because they are right. Do things because they are the right thing to do. As long as you can be able to pursue things and do things because they are right, you have no fear. Everything will be working for your own good. Even when it seems so difficult, there will always be light at the end of the tunnel. Chukwu Okike Abiyama will never, ever, ever leave you unguided. No. He will always guide your feet, and you will not dash a foot against a stone. Every one of us that is in the program today, I want you to prepare for what is coming ahead. As I said in that topic, they are panicking. The panic is, when someone have a panic attack, you know what is going to happen. In this, their panic, they can do so many damages. That is one thing. When someone is panicking, out of panic, they will make mistake. They can cause confusion. They can do so many things. So in this, their period of panicking, you must be very careful. More especially people who are in Biafra land. If you are a Biafran in Biafra land, you must be very, very careful where you go, what you do, how you do your activity, conduct your activities on a daily basis. You must be very careful. You must be absolutely careful. If you don't, you might fall a victim. We don't want to lose anybody again. We have lost a lot of Biafrans. We have lost a lot of brothers and sisters. We have lost a lot of relatives. We have lost a lot of friends. We can't afford to continue to lose people. We can't afford that. We have come a long way. We cannot afford to lose anybody anywhere anymore. We're in a time that what we have on board now is to protect and defend Biafra land. Every Biafran child must be protected. Every Biafran mother must be protected. Every Biafran sister must be protected. Every Biafran must be protected. We cannot afford to gamble anymore. We have gambled for a very long time. And that is why you see our Prime Minister taking his time. I bet you that the Biafran Liberation Army have the capacity to go on rampage. They do. The Biafran Liberation Army, they have the capacity to go on rampage. But we can't do that. Our Prime Minister cannot permit that because we do not want to create any collateral damage anywhere. The delay you are seeing today is trying to reduce the collateral damage, if possible, to zero. Our war is not against the innocent. We don't wrestle against the innocent. We wrestle against the enemies of Biafra. And they know themselves. We will continue to wrestle them. We will continue to wrestle them wherever they are, wherever they go, at any given point in time. Any place we meet them, we're going to wrestle them and we will win them. There's no doubt about that. As for Biafran people winning, we are already winning. They are panicking. The panic is so evident that they can't even hide their shame. They can't hide it. Panicking right, left, and center. And their panic is making them to do so many mistakes. And they will continue to make mistakes until we get home. One of the things I see that is happening in these days is that Chukwu Okike is giving them an assignment. Chukwu Okike will give them a gateway for assignment for them. They will be busy solving that mathematics and then we will go home. They will be busy trying to solve certain issues. They will go home. Just like you see our Prime Minister. Our Prime Minister is one of the mathematics that they can never ever solve in their life. They don't know how to solve it. They have tried in different ways to reach out to our Prime Minister. They couldn't succeed. They have tried, both spiritual and physical, to take him out. They could not. And today they have resorted to meeting Mazen Nanekan directly and tell Mazen Nanekan to call our Prime Minister to order. And Mazen Nanekan said, I will not. That is the person we know as Mazen Nanekan. And he will not. Today, every one of us should please support the Biafra Republic government in exile. The fundraising is going to be coming up today. We have fundraising today. It's 8 p.m. Biafran time. That's 7 or 8 p.m. Biafran time. You have to be there. Answer your name and play your own role. Play your own role. It is you and I that will do this. Nobody can do it for us. And again, do not forget the convention that is coming up. The month is coming to an end. We have our convention next month in Finland. As I have always said on all my programs, that convention is compulsory for anybody living in Europe. If you are a Biafran, it is compulsory for you. That referendum convention in Finland is compulsory for any Biafran living in Europe, except you don't have your documents, except you are sick or there is an emergency. Apart from that, you are supposed to be there. And I know that that place will not even contain us. So that is why people should run and go and register now if you want to be in that hall. Do you know how many thousands of Biafrans we have in Europe? And if all of them appear there, you know how the place is going to be. We want to showcase to the world that there are people who are actually, the people who are in support of this Biafra are not ghosts. We want to showcase to the world that when we are talking about Biafra referendum, when Biafrans are saying they want out, it is the whole Biafrans. We want the world to see good number of Biafrans overflow. We want the world to see overflow of people in that convention. The whole world is going to cover that convention. Don't think it's just the whole world media. We focus on that convention. They are waiting. We must make that convention a memorable one. We must make that convention very, very memorable. Wherever you are watching this program from, if you are in Europe and you have not gotten your ticket, I'm sorry. I can tell you that I doubt your Biafranness. Remember, I told you, except you have an emergency, you are sick. Except you have an emergency or you are sick. That's the only thing, or you don't have your documents with you. That's the only thing we can be able to consider. Apart from that, you have no excuse to give. There is no excuse whatsoever why you will not be in that convention. No excuse is permitted. No excuse is acceptable. You must be there. And more especially, the convention is for your own sake. That you are there is for you. That you are there in that convention. You are writing your name in history. First of its kind. Such kind of thing happened once in a lifetime. It will not happen again. That referendum convention, the very first one in Finland, it hasn't happened before, and after this, it won't happen again. There will be no first referendum again. This is the first Biafran self-referendum ever. Go there and write your name in the book of history. Go there and your name will be printed in gold in the book of history of Biafra. The same way we are watching the videos of Biafra Civil War, and you see people. You saw Emma Agbale, where he was talking, how his own picture appears in the United Nations as one of the child soldiers who survived, one of the immigrants who survived and did exploit. That Philip Emma Agbale is a Biafran, a hardcore Biafran, a child soldier. He created the fastest computer on the planet Earth. Yes, he did. He created the fastest computer on the planet Earth. These are the brains we have in Biafra land that we are driven away. A child soldier. And we have many people like him out there who are being pressed down, who are being subjected to so many kinds of dehumanization and humiliation. We have so many people like Philip Emeagwali who want to explore and do exploits. No help is coming from anywhere. And I bet you, if Philip Emeagwali were to be in Nigeria, he would not be who he is today. He will not. There's no way he can attain to this height he has attained today. But he went to a nation where opportunity is given to people to explore. He went to a nation where opportunity is given to people to grow. You have the right to pursue your career to any level. You have the right to be whatever you want to be. That was where he found himself, and he made use of it. If Philip Emeagwali were to be in Nigeria, he would not be who he is today. But that Biafran child today have made history in the world, creating the fastest computer in the world, Philip Emeagwali. And you saw his video where he talked about his experience during the Civil War. What he passed through, moving from one camp to the other. How lives were lost. You had him make the confession. These are the things we hear and our heart got broken. And these are the things we see and we say, never again will we allow anybody to subject us to slavery. We will not allow it. Please, wherever you are watching this program from, prepare yourself for the fundraising this evening. It is very important. The Biafra Republic government in exile need your fund. The ESN fund, the ESN and BNL fundraising is going to happen this evening. Please be there and make your contribution. Prepare for the self-referendum. And also, today is a free day. There is no curfew today, Saturday. There's no curfew tomorrow, Sunday. You can go to your church tomorrow, Sunday. Today, Saturday, you can go for your activities and whatever you want to do today. But on Monday, the sit-at-home continues. Sit at home with curfew on Monday. The curfew goes with sit-at-home on Monday. We are entering the second week. And I bet you the second week will not be like the first week. For those who say no half an anya ha kwere didn't take Thomas, be careful. In this new week we're entering, Thomas, be careful. You want to see before you believe. I pray that when you see, you will still be alive to tell the story. Because you might see, after seeing, you can't be able to tell what you saw. So it's not only that you want to see as Thomas, but pray that you'll be able to tell the story of what you saw. So it is better you don't even see. Blessed are those who did not see but believe. So many of you here are Christians. Even if you're not Christian, maybe all of a sudden you decided not to be Christian again, you must have heard about this word. You must have heard about it, that blessed are those who did not see but believe. Remigius and Ichebe, thank you so much for joining Remigius. I appreciate you. So wherever you are today, I beg you in the name of Chukwu Kabiama, prepare yourself for today fundraising. Be there by 7 p.m., 8 p.m., thereabout. You are going to see the flyers are always there. Prepare yourself to participate as much as you can. May Chukwu Kabiama guide and protect every Biafran across the world that is watching this program, wherever you're watching from. I say, may Chukwu Kabiama guide and protect you. May Chukwu Kabiama guide and protect all the Biafra Republic of Exile members, all the members of the cabinet, the ESN, the BNL, the Biafra Liberation Army, the media warriors, the Omoada. May Chukwu Kabiama guide and protect every one of us. May Chukwu Kabiama guide and protect our Prime Minister, Master Simon Ekpa. We commit him in the hand of Chukwu Kabiama for divine grace, divine protection, and divine wisdom. May Chukwu Kabiama guide and protect our Supreme Namaste Nandekano. Secure him and keep him safe for us. No evil shall befall him. No weapon formed or fashioned against the Biafran people shall prosper. No weapon fashioned against our Prime Minister shall prosper. No weapon fashioned against our Supreme Namaste Nandekano shall prosper. Biafra government, peace, progress, unity, and equity. Biafra government, peace, progress, unity, and equity. Biafra government, peace, progress, unity, and equity. Thank you so much for joining this program. I appreciate you, and I will see you again tomorrow. This evening, hopefully. Be there this evening. I'm going to see you because I'm going to broadcast again on my own platform. At the normal time, I broadcast on Truth Survival, and again, on the fundraising, I'll try to be there also. So we have so many events coming up today. So be there. I wish you a very happy weekend. See you. Stay safe and remain blessed.